Hello everybody and welcome back to Aurora 4X. I of course am Obsidian, and today we are continuing on with our development of Sol, and we are also going to take our first steps into the wide galaxy. Now, before we can actually... well, we can go exploring immediately. We do still have a reasonable amount of range on our ships. We don't have all our fuel, but we have plenty. We do need to get our reserves up, and for that we are going to want to get our refineries. Our sector command is only 0.8. There's only 0.8 left of the sector command. So that's in May 32, which is about 5 months. So in about half a year, we'll have a second level of sector command, and then we will be able to start getting additional fuel refineries and get our fuel refinery up. The other thing that we can do is we can get our fuel production up, which is what I want to do. So once the mining production is done, we'll just stick fuel production up as well. So that is what we're doing. Let's move on, and we'll see how our fuel reserves... So we get about 16,000 liters a week at the moment, which isn't too terrible. Sector command is being produced. And it looks like we are actually right about out of geosurvey points. Yeah, that looks like we're out of geosurvey points. I'm just going to turn asteroids with colonies only. And I'm also going to disable civilians. And what I might do, turn off mineral packet content, because we don't need that. And I might turn off mineral packets entirely, just for the time being, just so we can get these orders out. So, yeah. So there's only one left. We're going to... That was just Hobbs. We're going to send our guys back home. So, no default. Where are you? First exploration, land unassigned. Minigrav 2. No default. Exploration, land unassigned. Okay. So we'll get them home. Our first level of missile reduction is also done, and we are now doing gas cannon rate of fire 2. We'll get reduction of level 2 as well. Get that done there. Okay. How's our research doing? We don't really have anything coming up soon, so we'll worry about that later. Sector command is proceeding nicely. Okay, geosurvey complete, 4 total jump points. Fine. That is just fine. Okay. They do get good amount of distance per week at least. So I mean, it's not terrible speed, especially considering we only have like super slow engines. So it's not a terrible speed. It's just would be nicer if they was faster. Alright, slipway added, so we can build mini scouts faster if we need be. Although we don't really need any right now. Minigrav 1 fully rested, good. Minigrav 2 has just arrived back at base. New huge freighter, beautiful. Alright, how are we doing on sector command? Almost ready. Shore leave complete. And done. Okay. Sector command level 2 is done. Fuel reserves are at 500,000. Alright, 30%. Let's do a refuel. You'll notice that the mini gravs have automatically refueled. Fighters will, doctor ships will automatically refuel off their mothership. So we're up at 40%. We are 3 million fuel short. You know, I think to begin with, that's going to be fine because the camel is going to be staying in Sol anyway. So let's go to jump point 1, and we're going to move 2, and then we're going to detach the tankers. Okay. One, 2, 3 days. Good. So that's our tankers and of course our jump ship as well, the camel. The detach order, you'll notice, has also set the exploration fleet as the superior formation. So we will actually be able to use assemble to collect the tanker once we come back. Okay, first up, mini scout launch. And we are going to go through jump point 1, and we're going to do a standard transit. Done. Alright, first system is going to be the Canberra system. And let's see what we have. Trash. And basically trash. Okay. We have a terrestrial planet with a 2.0. Only a trace atmosphere. What? How is this a 2.0? Oh, because... Okay, so the temperature is below 2 and the trace atmosphere. So this is actually a really good candidate for a colony if it has a decent mineral count. Because it's 2.0 naturally. But the thing is, right, it has no atmosphere, so it can't spawn an NPR. So there will not be an NPR on here. There's no oxygen on here or here, so there should be no NPR possible in this system. Precursors and swarm are a maybe, but not precursors. Not non-NPR. What's super fun though is that what's the orbital distance? 6.6600 AU. So that's a pretty freaking huge distance. Okay. That's huge. 6,600 AU. That is 1 million kilometers. That's a trillion-kilometer system. Fuck. Okay, well, thankfully, Canberra B only has a handful of asteroids and a gas giant, so we're never going to want to go over there. There's not going to be anything worthwhile. Let's hit up these little planets. Okay, first things first. Mini scout. We are going to get you to go to Canberra A, B, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then head back to Sol Jump Point. I'm going to run 1 hour turns. We're just going to see if there's anything in this system that's worth looking at. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. Wasn't there a 4? No, I guess not. 1, 2's done. Three's done. Oh no, there it is. It's up there. Why is it not... Why does it not have an orbit? Oh, because it's a dwarf planet and we have dwarf planet orbit turned off. Okay. That's fine. Now, because the Miniscout has passive sensors, it doesn't give us a definitive range. So we need to know what kind of strength we're looking at. So if we go have a look, for example, at the James Cook, right? It has a thermal signature of 400, okay? The Quokka has a thermal signature of 500. So if we have a look, okay, so that's about 500, okay. So that's the signature detection range, and this is the passive sensor. So signature strength, .500. Now, I'm not really too sure because I don't really use these very often, but I believe this one is for actives, and this one is for electromagnetic, and this one is for thermal, I think. But you can see that our detection isn't too strong for something like 500. So we're not going to get too much warning, but we are definitely going to get some warning. And we're going to get some information instead of just, boom, you're dead. Okay, we've hit the planets. I am happy enough that we are safe to explore. We are going to divide fleet into single ships. Good. Actually, no. Just do a transit first. Bing. Okay. So specialized orders. Well, let's do launch parasites first and foremost. Okay. Now we are going to detach single ships. Oh, we're going to do the transit and divide fleet, but we're going to detach into single ships. Now, because most of them are geological, we're going to do... No, we're not going to do anything. We're just going to try this. So, divide fleet into single ships. Okay. Bam. Done. Okay. So now we have Grav. That's the James. Why is that one? Why are you so silly? What are you doing? What are you doing, you daft bastard? Okay. Okay, Grav, Geo. There's probably too many Geo surveyors, but whatever. Geo, good, done. Okay. So now we begin. Alright, so some of them I can't find enough stuff to do. So 4 can land. 9 can land. 5 can land. 6 can land. Okay. And we can actually just land them all. Because if they've already got... Hang on, that sounds not right. Okay, so some of them do have things to do. Okay, that's fine. So only a few of them actually actually going to do anything. Ah, right. Okay, no, I figured it out. Okay, so this one here is passive strength, right? So this is how far you can detect passive signatures using your sensors. Okay, so that's your passives. This is how far a sensor of known strength can detect your signatures. So that's the difference. Okay. Should have spotted that earlier. But like I said, I don't use these very often. I mainly use actives. I very rarely actually use passives at all. So this is actually a little bit more unusual for me to be using passives in the first place. So we've got our exploration fleet running. Mini scout is moving. Good. And exploration fleet we're going to assemble. Oh, because mini scout is not a... I thought I set it as a subordinate. Yeah, I did. I just forgot to save it. Okay. There we go. So now, assemble. Recover. We are now on board. Good. Exploration Fleet 3 and 4, what are you doing? Oh, not you. Okay, so you've got your survey orders, land once you're done, and land once you're done. We'll just switch it up to 3 hours because I'll look at 8 hours. So it needs a lot of survey points to get the surveys done, but gets the job done. So Comet 2 has 37,000 Sorium, which is not that great. Okay, Exploration Fleet 2 is almost done. Okay, we have a good amount of resources at generally low accessibility on Canberra A2. About 8,800 Vendorite on the Comet. Well, let's keep going. You know what? We'll do daily. Nothing on A3. Nope. Comet has boronite and vendorite. Nothing too special. We're almost done with the geological survey. There we go. And that looks done. Good, 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 good. Let's go have a look what we got. Okay. So, A1 has lots of corbamides, good chunk of iridium and boronite, but they're both accessibility 1, so kind of crap. Canberra A2, so this is the colony cost 2, which might be actually worthwhile. This one actually looks good. The accessibility on the duranium, the boronite, and the vendorite are very low, and the Macassium is also very low, but the quantities are pretty reasonable. They're all in the millions. The corbamide here, 2.3 million at 0.4 is very nice, and the 4.8 million of thorium is really nice as well. So we can make this a little fuel outpost. So that's nice. That's a terrestrial. The temperature cost is insane, so this is auto mine only. But dropping a couple of water mines would give us a good amount of corbamide coming in slowly. Nothing, 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 nothing. Vendorite, thorium, and basically nothing. So, might be worthwhile establishing a mining outpost here. That's a maybe. Okay. So, Canberra's nothing special. We'll just wait for the Grav surveyors to complete their duties. So let's run 5 days until that's done. We've got an active research lab. in Australia. So damage control, ding. How are we doing? Tech's almost done. Engine power mod and gas rate and chip-to-chip tractor beam is not too far off. But the engine power mod is going to come in handy for when we have to make missiles. Alright, we found the jump point in Canberra. Good. Where is it? Up there. Okay, that's not too bad. Engine power mod 1.75 is almost done. There we go. Now doing engine power mod 0.4 just for those super efficient engines. We want power mod 2 as well. We'll do a cap recharge of 3 before we do that. Yeah, that'll do. Gas rate of fire 2 is almost done. There we go, and now we're doing a missile ejection system. Oh no, gas rate of fire is what we finished. Let's do... I want the rate of fire 3 just yet. But we will do agility, reload rate, and maybe railgun? No, I don't know about doing railgun. We'll get a couple of missile techs first, and then we'll switch back to energy weapons, I think. Because I like those lasers. I like my lasers very much. I'm wondering if whether we need more geological more grav surveyors, because 2 might not be enough. Also, we got a tractor beam, so we can start thinking about making tugs if necessary. We're getting lots of civilian ships up and running, which are going to make Mars and Luna happy. Luna is actually approaching threshold to set it to stable, or at least to source it. Max Entry Mod 4 is almost done. Freighter is done. Oh, well, they're building another freighter. So we're going to get a lot of ships coming out as they really get up. Vendorite on Rainmouth is out. So we've still got 14 years left, mainly on the Macassium. But we're out of Vendorite there. Not a huge deal because we have a good amount of Vendorite. Our titanium is still coming in, so that's fine. Duranium is the only thing that's really in any kind of concern there. Alright, gas-cooled reactor is on the way, so that's a little bit over a year away. Do we need anything here? I think ×3 is probably not that necessary, but missiles and kinetics, yeah, no, that's fine. We also need sensors technology as well. We don't have anybody doing sensors at the moment. Okay, there's the ejection system. 85. Ejection isn't too useful if you don't get shot. But if you do get shot, then it's definitely useful. And there's no real cost for using a better ejection technology. We're almost done with... Okay, so there's our fuel refineries. We have doubled our fuel refineries. So that's fine. What are we doing now? We got ordnance factories, ordnance factory, fighter factory, research lab, mine construction factory. We need... What do we need? We need... Let's get some auto mines running. Actually, no, I want another nibbler. Yeah, I want another nibbler. There we go. Okay. Another colony ship. Yeah, no, we're definitely going to need more grav surveyors. So let's build 2 Okay, we're going to build 2 mini gravs, and we're going to swap 2 of our mini geos to 4 mini gravs. Maybe 1. Shift 1 geo for a 1 grav. So 5 to 3, that doesn't seem too bad. I'm going to build 2 anyway, but yeah. Because at the moment, making these are just taking too long, you know. Okay, assigned. I don't know how they've been assigned. How? Okay, so apparently we have some teleporting fighters. I don't know how, but okay, we have some teleporting fighters. Okay, well, you know what, if we have teleporting fighters, we might as well use teleporting fighters. So, detach and grab. Okay, so yeah, hitting the detach button sets the superior formation, so that makes your life a little bit easier. Command assignments and reassignments, that's fine. Minigraph assigned to PDC fleet, thank you. Not too much of a fan of outright cheating. Why can't you land? Minigraph airfield. Yes. Okay, well, it's landed anyway. 1 research lab inactive. Put it into damage control. Down to 2 left of this batch. We are almost out of mines as well. Okay, I'm gonna run 100 auto mines at 25. Which will take up the slack from the mines. So we'll finish the mines, we'll run auto mines to make them available for export. And then we'll switch that back to mines once it's done. So at mine, we're going to run 653. Okay, let's run another 200. Okay, that's another jump point in Canberra. Troop transport bay is done. Okay, we can start moving troops around if need be. And we're also starting work on the salvage module, which is fine. Alright, minigrab 1 and 2 are running out of deployment. Not worth bringing them back at the moment. We're almost there. Ooh, a space liner. Who launched the space liner? Parker. These guys. Alright, so this thing here is a luxury liner. The difference between a luxury liner and a cargo and a colony ship is a colony ship transports passengers in bulk. A liner transports a very small amount of passengers, but it generates much higher revenue. So if we go to our wealth, income, shipping colonists, trade goods, exports, there'll be probably tourism, I believe, rocks up, and we'll see exactly how much that actually shows. But yeah, we'll see the benefits of that particular ship soon enough. Alright, mag feed efficiency 80 is done, doing missile damage. Yeah, we definitely needed 3. We definitely need at least 3. because 3 would have had the had them all surveyed by now. %, morale, but it's fine. We only have a few left. Alright, 3 new freighters, 1 as a replacement. That's fine. Don't care. Alright, mines have been completed. Starting on auto mines. Good. Exactly as planned. Alright, I think that's actually the last of them. Yeah, that's the last of them. Okay, Exploration Fleet 3. We are going to send you home. It's going to be interesting how to squeeze them all in. And Exploration Fleet. You guys. And then assigned. 3, we're just going to have to jump home directly. Actually, scrap that. Mini Geo 6. We're going to split you completely independent. Transit through that and head on to PDC Fleet and land plus assign. PDC Fleet, land on assign, airfield, done. Okay, Minigrav 3 is you. So no orders left. We're going to take you and assign mothership. No defaults. Of course, it doesn't really matter because the task group is not going to exist, but whatever. Mini GS6 has completed orders. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Research lab is done. So, bam, into damage control. Good. Not too far off anything else. Not too close either. Yep, that's good. Right, so we only got one last little survey point left. Done. 3 jump points in Canberra. Congratulations, team. We have completed our first survey of a remote system. Today is a good day. And we have also figured out the balance of loadout for our survey carrier. So we do need 3 of our gravitational surveys, and the rest can be geological. So we have 5 to 3 plus our scout ship, which is great. Okay. Exploration fleet is back. We've used up barely any fuel, so we are going to do a standard transit. Then we are going to incorporate subfleets. Then we're going to move to jump point 2 and well, we don't have jump point 2, so incorporate subfleets. Just do that. Done. Yep, camels there. So detach tankers. Let's go back to Sol. Okay, so here we are now. We're going to jump point 2, which is up there. I might actually... You know what, I'm just going to detach the camel and I'm going to send it via Australia to refuel and then move to jump point 2. In the meantime, exploration fleet is going to move straight to jump point 2. It's not that far apart. Ding. And that we can pick up the fuel that we need. Apparently the camel's faster. Okay. Well, okay. If that's the case. Okay, so we'll assemble and then we'll detach. Oh, actually. Okay. Assemble and then we're going to detach tankers. We are at 100% fuel basically, which is great. And then we are also going to detach the scouts and we're going to do a squadron transit. Done. Okay, we have found Sydney, and it's garbage. Come on, really? Okay, so we have 2 moons, 2 planets and a moon, and we don't even have extra stars. Move to, move to. Move to. Well, at least the system's not giant. Ooh, gas-cooled fast reactor technology is done. We have our gas-cooled reactor or gas-cooled fast reactor power plant. Next, we are going to queue up. Oh, iron drives to 10,000. Yeah. It's expensive. Let's get 0.6 fuel first. Yeesh. Okay, mini scout. Head back to camp because what the hell happened to your fuel? Did you not refuel? I think only fighters might auto refuel. Because I mean, what's the range on the mini scout? 5 billion kilometers. Is that 5 billion? Yeah, that's 5 billion. Okay. Okay, it just doesn't have the range, so we just need more range on that thing. But I'm happy enough. So standard transit and okay, we'll just provide them separately. So we are going to do detach grav, do grav, detach, do grav. I wish I would give better names. Detach, use grav. And then we're going to do geo. And then we're going to divide fleet into single ships. Ka-ching. And then we are not going to survey anything. We're just going to sit on double cell jump point. And the reason why I've done it that way is because now they've picked up the conditional orders or the default orders. So yes, I know. No default. Stop it. And mini scout 1 is out of fuel. Alright. Camel can go, will be there, but James Cook, head on over to the mini scout and just absorb it, please. Here's a note, don't let a ship run out of fuel. And if it does run out of fuel, cancel its orders so it stops complaining except on production cycles. So it's got 14 liters, so thankfully it didn't hit 0. 0 is terrible. But yeah, if a ship is completely out of fuel, then it will constantly interrupt you if it's still trying to move. So make sure you cancel its orders before you do anything. I really hope there aren't any precursors in here, otherwise we're going to lose our exploration fleet. Morale has fallen. You should feel bad. I suppose that's my fault, really. I gave them the order to fly beyond their range. Okay. Recover. Okay, it does refuel. Yeah, it's just that we just flat out didn't have the range. So it moved back, but in the meantime... What are they doing back? I thought I told them to split. Okay, fine. Just... Well, did we finish the geological survey? No, we got geological survey. Okay, fine. You can come home. We got one surveyor who did his job, who's doing his job. Okay, levitated pit implosion warhead is done. So I think we're about ready to start producing missiles if necessary. Let's get a 15-centimeter railgun and railgun launch velocity. We'll stick that on, and then that should be enough. Born out in Australia, it's exhausted, but we saw that coming. Exploration fleet 1 completed orders. Miniature 1 completed orders. Research labs are done. Is that the last one? Yes, it is. Okay. 5 more labs, please, at 20%. Off you go. We're happy. Mining production is almost done. Salvage module is almost done. New jump point found in Sydney. Yes, we know. Thank you. Rhinemath is what I'm after. Colony ship's done. Colony ship's out. Okay, Luna. Gonna set you as a source, and Mars, I'm also gonna set you as a source. Because you guys need to cool your jets. By the way, there it is, tax on passenger liners. So you'll see that one single liner is producing 10% of the, it's giving us 10% the wealth of quite a few colony ships. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 12 ships of various sizes, and we have 1 luxury liner. So, yeah, they give you a lot of wealth. Very, very good very good options. Crap, I was supposed to be watching Rainmouth. Okay, Rainmouth is now 11 years. Okay, that's fine. Oh dear, Minigrav 1 has just lost its engine. Shit. Okay. Go fetch the bastard. Mini grab 1, go on. Mini grab 1. No default. Remove it. Mini. Oh, grab. Yeah, okay, grab is fine. Mini grab 1. That's all the way over there. That's gonna take a little while. Okay. Cell module is done. Excellent. Fuel storage, very large, is out. New shipping line, Riley Shipping Alliance. Nice. Yeah, our civilians are really kicking up. And they've just launched... Oh no, that's Parker. Ooh, another space liner. Awesome! Mini Geo 2 has also lost its engine. Damn it! Okay, come on. Oh, that's Mini Geo 2. Well, it's fine. It's kind of just sitting there at the moment. Sensors on Mini Grav 1 have failed. Mini Grav 1. Why is the maintenance clock so high on this? Probably because they have like no maintenance at all. Go land. Wait, what? Mini Grav 1 says... Wait, is that his second failure? It is! What the shit? What are you doing over there? I need to do something about that. Okay, Mini Grav 1, we are going to recover parasites and run damage control. Pulse engine done. Gravitational survey done. Good. 1.76 years. That is really long. I mean, it does have a maintenance left 0, but still. Yeah, we're gonna need new tech. We're gonna have to redesign these as soon as pretty much very soon actually. Logistics and ground, engineering section tiny. We need this, and there's one more below that fighter which we will ultimately need to do. But Mini Grav, I know, but we need you. Well, which one has actually failed? Was it the Geo? Yeah, Geo 2. Geo 2. Okay, he's going to Geo 2. That's fine. Geo 2, yeah, it's unable to set up because there's not enough destinations. Also, you have no engine. We're getting a little bit unlucky for maintenance on these things, which is a little bit unfortunate. Oh, did we actually finish survey? 1, 2, 3. Yes, we did finish survey. Okay. Sydney A1 has holy shit deposits. Holy shit. Sydney 2 has holy goddamn deposits. So I guess this is our auto mines. can we live here? Not without massive terraforming. The pressures on these worlds are above Venus pressures, and the temperatures will go away once the pressure does. But we're going to need massive terraforming to get these out. But this planet alone will basically feed us for a huge amount of time. So, colony, yes please. We are definitely going to set up mining facilities in Sydney, because these quantities are just too good to pass up. We can just randomly randomly ship minerals over there and just occasionally come and pick them up. So, yeah, that's good. Half-size reload is fine. Alright, first fleet is done. So, recover parasites. Geo2 is the one we need. Geo2. Damage control begin. That's fine. We can just sit where we are at the moment. If we're super duper lucky, we will not... Oh, no, we do have one jump point. Okay, there's one jump point that comes into Sydney that is currently unaccounted for. There might be more, but there's one at the moment. Alright, we can start looking at energy weapons now. We have a spare lab. So energy weapons, I want... Well, let's get turret gear, because we need turret gear. And let's go for lasers, because lasers, basically. Capacitor recharge rate is going nicely. How are we doing on installations? Yeah, I've got plenty of mass drivers, that's fine. Yeah, so these automated mines, they're what we're going to need on these worlds here. And we are definitely not sending colonists over there, because screw that. Alright, capacitor recharge 3 is done. Good. Power mod 2 is underway. Good. Assignment updates. Gallicite on Australia is out. So we now have a stockpile of 67,000, and if that's... are we actually mining any Gallicite anywhere? No. Okay. After Rainwith is empty, we're going to send them out to Macholtz to get some more Gallicite. Or we might potentially send this Nibbler out to get... to start work on Macholtz. But we do have very large fuel storage, which is nice. So let's go for ultra large next. Engineering section tiny is also very useful. Mini gravs are running out of thingamajig, but that's fine. We did lose a grav survey on grav survey, the sensor on grav survey 3, so scrub that and just head back base. Leave the other two to finish up. Mini grav 1. What? Poor thing. Okay. Go absorb it. Might have to switch to dual engines for these after all. Or maybe like 3 level 1 or 3 1 hull size engines. So triple engines or double engines. But once we have ion engines, we get a good amount of speed out of them anyway. So we might be able to afford to just run on 2 engines instead of 3. needing 3 at all. So recover, mini grav 1. Good, fixed. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, we have to do something about the failures because they are starting to get a little bit excessive. Okay, so 2 and 3 have both suffered failures. So 3 has lost its engine. So 2, we can't do anything, go land. And exploration, we're going to send you to go and absorb 3. It'll finish, but... Ah, fuel production is up. Good. Recover. Alright, so that's a grab 3, which is going to run maintenance. Okay, just 1503 versus 1200. Yeah, so it can't actually. We have to wait for it. So our survey fleet works in theory, but we have a few practical considerations that we didn't really have the technology or capability to take care of. Minigrav 2, minigrav. How are we doing? You, fix you. Yeah, so we have a few technical considerations that we didn't take into factor. So that is something that we need to do. So we are going to incorporate subfleets and head back to Australia because yeah, we need to work on our fleet a little bit because as it is, we are running into a few too many issues in surveying with the fleet we have. So we need to rework our fighters. Our carrier is performing excellently. Our carrier is fantastic. It's great. It works wonderfully. I mean, we can improve it, but it works great. It's our actual survey ships that are the problem. And this is one of the big vulnerabilities of using carriers for things, in that bigger ships are going to always be significantly more reliable than smaller ones. At least until you have reasonable technology to keep them reliable, at least, you know. But like bigger ships are always going to be able to carry enough maintenance to fix themselves. Zero. Are you kidding me? 0. Dead on to 0. Bloody hell. 0 research points. Okay. Whatever. Yeah, bigger all-in-one survey ships are going to be able to carry around their own maintenance. So when our fighters suffer a maintenance failure, they're basically out of action. Like they're either dead in the water, or they can't survey, or they're just out. A full-size survey ship is going to have the maintenance capacities that it just doesn't have to care. You know? Alright, missile agility is done. Feed efficiency, might as well. Okay. But we are almost at the 4-year mark for the James Cook anyway, so... Why is the crew month so high? What the hell happened there? I'm not sure what happened there. I think the fighters might only be able to reduce it as low as the carrier. Oh well. Refuel, resupply, and begin overhaul. So, so the fighters won't overhaul, but the James Cook will. And it does need to overhaul to reduce its maintenance clock. Camel overhaul cannot be overhauled, but that's fine. So so the Camel would have cancelled, would have auto-boarded the overhaul. And these ones, of course, don't overhaul. So the James Cook is the only one that will. Yeah, something has gone really screwy with the crew months. Well. Your ship. Fighter production, right. Okay, we almost have a newest nibbler. Done. Okay, we have ourselves another nibbler, orbital habitats, and where did I say we're going? Macholtz? Macholtz. Let's get our cargo guys to load up a mass driver or two, and we're gonna send them off to Macholtz and unload mass driver, and then come back. Where is Macholtz? Down that. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's close. Awesome. Perfect opportunity then. Ordnance factory on Australia is done. So we are now at 20%. Let's shift this one up. Oh, no, that one can trickle. That one can trickle. Fighter factories can also trickle as well. Mines are fine. Research labs are going well. Automated mines are going well. Do we need anything? Deep space tracking station? Not just yet, I think. Let's get another 50 refineries. Better to have too many than too little, because you can always just stop production. So 50 more refineries is fine. But we are at our time limit actually, so I'm gonna put a kind of the episode here. Next episode, I think. When do we get our next engine? When these guys are done with it. Iron drivers at 10,000. I might need to shift these into power to get the iron drive, because like we have the efficiency, but I want the drive more. So let's drop these ones, these ones, these two. Alright, we're going to shift all of them to 3. Actually, no, we need these two and these two to be going at full bore. This one so we can get the fighter engineering bay, because that will let us actually have decent engineering on our fighters so they're not breaking down all the time. But yeah, that's what we're going to do in the next one. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode where we work on rebuilding our surveyors, and I might also work on designing an all-in-one survey ship as well, that we can send out and perhaps work on using for a survey. So thank you for watching, and I will see you then.